dive at your own pace sort of style. It's not a rush, get to the island, rush in the water, get your 3 dives, and get back to mainland. So it's a lot, you get more diving. You can do up to 5, 6, even 7 dives a day during lobster season. And then obviously the opportunity to do night diving, which is a lot of fun. Especially at the islands, you see a lot of different wildlife that comes out at night, octopus and all sorts of different creatures at night. It's also kind of like floating through space at night, so it's really cool. Good experience. We have the opportunity to go to all the islands, especially on the multi-day trips, which, the further out islands, weather permitting. We go down to Catalina. We've done a couple trips down there now, and I'm sure a lot of you have dove Catalina, and the water's nice and blue and warm. So, but every island's different. They're all very unique, and it's a really great opportunity to be able to get out to all the islands, do some different dive sites, and really explore the islands like that. As far as safety, Bryson already mentioned, we are really focusing on safety. The crew has been very thoroughly trained. We've run through a lot of drills, really, cross the T's and dot the I's on all the safety. We're very well prepared for any sort of situation that occurs out there, and really hope to see you all out there on the vision and the truth. And yeah, it's been a really great opportunity to get those boats up and going again.
Questions?
You going to Santa Barbara Island at all?
We're definitely planning on getting to Santa Barbara Island. I think we're going to start trying to run a lot of kind of 5-day runs towards the southern islands. And with that, we'll try to loop through to Santa Barbara on the way back.
Yeah, everywhere we can go. And Cortez Bank come lobster season, which should be really productive.
Yeah, and we hope to return, probably not in 2021, but in 2022 to doing kind of, I know Truth Aquatics used to do these runs where they would go up through Big Sur and up to Monterey and then kind of come back down. And to me, that sounds like an amazing trip. I want to go on one.
Big Sur trips are epic. I've been on a couple of those myself, and you can't beat it up there either. Really great opportunities with these boats.
On the boat, do you have any floor lighting that you installed, or is it all just still above head lighting?
So yeah, it's all overhead lighting. We have installed like additional kind of like exit egress lighting. So in the event of emergency, you would have that overhead lighting light up where those hatches I pointed out are. We haven't installed like an LED like floor running light. It's simply something I think that we're going to consider because it's something people have brought up and it seems like a good idea to me. Yeah,
absolutely.
Is there any ventilation? Let's say there was a fire again.
Yeah, so one of the issues that the FBI identified with Conception was that there was no shutoff point from ventilation in the engine room. So if a fire started in the engine room, you wouldn't have like an automatic shutoff to pull air into the bunk room through the AC system. So now we have implemented, like, let's say the heat alarm goes off in that charging cabinet or a fire alarm is pulled, that triggers an automatic ventilation shutoff, so the AC just stops running. And there's also those fans. I don't know if you remember like putting dive gear or wetsuits and stuff in the lazarette, the engine fans pull into there, and they would reverse them to kind of dry stuff. So there's also a shutoff, like automatic shutoff trigger on that. So if you had any kind of heat or smoke alarm, it would shut off all those ventilation systems.
I deal with a lot of fire systems and stuff like that. That's why I'm asking
Yeah.
like that. Are you going to do like any semi-annual or annual checks that you have a company come in?
Yeah, so we worked with a contractor to install the fire alarms, and they do biannual checks on that stuff.
I'm not sure if Bryson mentioned it, he probably did, but all the fire alarms are linked to the centralized system that is in the wheelhouse. So any sort of fire alarm, smoke detector goes off, there's an alert in the wheelhouse as well, and all the crew is alerted immediately.
Did you serve skunk point or not?
I
did.
You guys went there on the 5-day, huh?
We did hit, we went around it, but we didn't surf it.
But you did do some surfing.
We did do some surfing though, yeah. We surfed a couple spots. More meadows was going off.
good.
It's good.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I'm sure it's been good this.
Yellow Banks, yeah, Yellow Bank is gonna be on fire tomorrow.
Yeah, that's how slow's been cranking.
Yeah. That's all I know.
Cool.
The diving's been really nice at the islands. The water's been warm this year. The kelp's super healthy at all the islands. Really encourage people to get out and dive any way they can. And the visibility has been, kind of depending on the island, we've had 70, 80 foot viz around Anacapa, some parts of Santa Cruz, the backside, and then about averaging 30 to 40 foot viz. So the diving is really nice out there right now.
Seen any sea bass?
Yeah, lots of sea bass in Anacapa.
Catalina too.
Oh yeah, for sure, Catalina.
Sea bass.
They're always there, Catalina.
Yeah.
So I guess we're open for questions at this point. If anyone else has questions.
Is there gonna be a Big Sur thing, trip, or do you guys have anything scheduled for that?
Yeah, so in terms of running through Big Sur, we're not going to do that in this year, in 2021, but in 2022 we will definitely have Big Sur on our calendar and start running through those trips.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, a little background in terms of our start dates and stuff that I didn't really get through. We received our COI in mid-July, so we bought the boats in 2020, so it was quite a process before we were able to actually get running, working with the Coast Guard and making sure we were certified to run and all that good stuff.
With the boats being down for a while, did you have to do any engine rebuilds?
Yeah, we didn't have to do any engine rebuilds, but we've had to service the compressors a lot. The boats don't really like sitting, to be honest.
Right, they do not.
So there's just been a lot of stuff with replacing freshwater pumps and things like that. We had to redo the satellite radio, it just corroded out and stopped working, things like that. And I think there was some other maintenance too that had been put off kind of in light of conception that didn't happen. So we'll be doing a haul out in January. One thing to note that will be cool out of that haul out is we're going to redo those swim steps. And if you're familiar with them, they don't really have a good ladder. They're just kind of yeah. So maybe a little bit more similar to Peace or something where they have that, ladder that you can kind of get all the way up. Yeah.
How did your knees to get up there?
Yeah, so there's always things to do on boats, right?
The engines do sound like they're current.
Yeah, the engines are
really
running
really nice.
Good thing we have is the captain of Vision is an electrical engineer by trade, so we lucked out a little bit there.
Get some red light drawings.
On each boat, where is the new escape hatch?
Yeah,
That was added. Where is it on the Truth?
So on the Truth, it's at the bow of the boat.
By what used to be the changing room?
Yeah, exactly.
And then it goes up
Goes
from
straight
there.
up onto the bow, and then with Vision, they're on the weather decks on the port and starboard side. So there were those bunks kind of at the beginning of the bunk room.
By the spiral staircase there?
That ladder that drops down there, or staircase that drops down there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You still have the showers there?
Yep, still got the showers.
There you go.
No, not the dark, not the dark room. Vision does have a dark room, but not by the dark room. The dark room is still the dark room.
Soda machine.
Yeah, if you want to hang out with the soda machine, it's a good place.
No hot tub.